Hello everybody, Bobby Gaines here, and just recently I got, finally, a Nintendo Switch. I bought it just this past weekend, and we are coming up on about a year since the Switch was released. And, I did my whole rant video of if it was too early for the Switch. I still think they released it too early, but having said that, they built a pretty impressive game library following that drought of a few months there where there was really nothing but Zelda, which I wasn't interested in, and a bunch of Wii U ports, which I wasn't interested in because I already have a Wii U. So, having said that, Nintendo, stepped up big in the second half of 2017 and released Mario Odyssey and several other really great games. Enough so that, I really had some interest in the system, and it was just a matter of waiting for my tax money to come in before I could finally make the purchase. So now I have the Nintendo Switch, and just wanted to talk about it a little bit. I haven't had too much time to play it, but I've played it enough where I can get a pretty good idea of, how I feel about it overall. Whenever I first buy a new console, after the initial, amazement of, seeing it boot up for the first time and unboxing it and hooking it up and all that good stuff, from there, the console's only going to be as good as the memories that it provides me over the years, and only time will tell how many memories I get out of the Switch. Already, I've had a highly memorable experience playing Super Mario Odyssey. So far for the console I have Mario Odyssey, I got NBA 2K18, and just for good measure, I went ahead and re-downloaded Sonic Mania for it. So now I have a portable version of Sonic Mania. I play just about as much as the PS4 version, so why not? And overall, my impressions of the system are that I love it. I thought I would like it. I mean, I never thought I would hate it. I just thought that, it's a little too similar to the Wii U. In fact, it doesn't even have a feature that the Wii U had, because it really can't, which is the Wii U would let you have two screens, basically, one on the Wii U tablet, one on the TV. Now, this is your only screen, and you switch between them if you want it to be on the TV or this. Again, not really a huge deal. I don't usually the Wii U only use that for, maps and stuff, but still was a nice feature to have. And the other thing with the console that's a little concerning, just hardware-wise, is how fragile it is. I just, I know they had to make it small to make it portable. I know that, had to be fairly flat to fit in a lot of bags and stuff if you're taking it with you. But I don't know. Say what you want about the Wii U tablet, and it is a little clunky, but I feel like if I dropped that, it would still stay together because it's, kind of a thick, it's got a thick backing on it and all that. This is almost completely flat. The screen already has a bunch of smudges on it. Not that, that happens on any screen. The back of the console's, greasy already. I don't know what the hell that's about. And the kickstand, just by the way, and I've seen complaints on this before, the kickstand freaking sucks. It's good if you get it up, but, I'm sitting here, breaking a nail trying to get this little tab out of here with the rubber and all that stuff. And then even more perplexing, they put the Oh, I got it open. Oh, that's pretty good. More perplexing than that, they put the micro SD card slot underneath the kickstand. I was like, how do I put a micro SD card in this? Because I already know that I'm going to go over the capacity of memory this has in it. I don't know how much memory it has built in, but I've already, just between the few games I have, I've used a good chunk of it, and obviously I'm going to be getting a lot more games going forward. Another pleasant surprise about the console, though, was this little control grippy thing. I really did not think I would like using this as a controller. It's kind of a little more square than I'd like a controller to be, at least in today's day and age. But sliding the Joy-Cons in here is pretty easy, and using this as a controller is serviceable. It gets the job done. Actually, I was surprised, how much I actually got used to this grip after a while. It actually is fairly comfortable. Still not, my favorite thing, but it does kind of remind me, the back of it, of, the GameCube controller, except it's got this big piece right here. I still probably will go ahead and get a Pro controller at some point. It's just $70, and I really don't feel like spending that on a controller, especially if this will get the job done just fine. I'll probably wait until the inevitable Smash Brothers game comes out, and then I'll switch to a Pro controller when I play that. But for what this is, I thought this thing would be a nightmare to use. It actually isn't too bad. I've played a lot of Mario Odyssey with it, and in general, I've used the TV mode on this more than I thought I would, as surprising as that sounds. I thought I'd mostly be playing it in tablet mode. And I do play it in tablet mode a good amount, but I actually would say it's about 50-50 in terms of how much I use it on the TV. I also didn't know, how seamless the transition would be from TV to tablet. It's not as seamless as the ads make it look, but it's also not too difficult sliding the Joy-Cons off of the tablet, putting them in here. It's a little, the first couple times I kind of got stuck, trying to get them in the little track here, but, I'm also just not that good with this stuff. Now that I've done it enough times, it is a pretty quick, quick little snap together to get it to go. I do like the little touch, how when you put the Joy-Cons on the tablet, it makes the little Nintendo Switch noise. I noticed that like right away. It was like, whatever, like a little ninja noise. I can't make it. So yeah, I mean, that's the Nintendo Switch. I thought it was going to be good. I've had a chance to play some of my friends' Switches. I mean, I have used the console before. Another concern, just speaking of grip, was that gripping this big, wide, like, tablet thingy would be kind of hard to do without much to hold on to. The back is kind of flat, which I usually don't like. I like a controller that has a little bit of a contour to it. But there is enough of a contour on the back of the Joy-Con so that it kind of alleviates that problem. The joysticks are in a pretty good place. And like I said, I am pleasantly surprised by how Nintendo addressed a lot of the issues. There are still some confusing things that I don't really get, like why the headphone jack is on the top of the console. I feel like I'll be like running headphones like down the back of it. Like they should have just put it on the bottom. You just plug the headphones right in. But I don't know. Maybe that's if you're playing it on TV, it's easier to access. But why would I use headphones if I'm playing it on the TV? I don't know. But yeah, some other things like that, just little minor nitpicks. The charging thing on the bottom, I've heard that mentioned as an issue. I don't really have a big deal with it. Because believe it or not, I'm really not going to take this out very often, like out of the house. Like, I like having it portable, but I kind of just like bring it out of this room. Like, I don't really go outside with it or anything. Because if I'm outside, I'm going to be outside. I'm not going to play a video game. Although it is really cool that, we can play in 2018, we can play a full console video game on a little tablet. That is cool. I've always thought that was a cool idea. And they've done a great job with it. I really like this screen a lot. It's a little smaller than I thought, but it does work as far as just the effectiveness of the display and everything. So, I mean, like I said, I love it. But it's still too soon to say. Last year was a very good year for Switch. They sold a ton of units. They made a lot of great games for it. And I suspect, at least in terms of selling units, they're going to sell a lot more Switches. The question is, will Nintendo back it up? The Wii U was my favorite console of Nintendo's, and that is because every year they had at least one or two really great games out for it. At least for me. I know a lot of people love Zelda, and there was only like one Zelda game on Wii U, and it was at the end of the life. I mean, for what I wanted it to be, the Wii U pretty much delivered on every front in terms of just quality Nintendo games all throughout the lifespan. And for the first year of Switch, this was also the case. So we'll have to see. I know in 2018 there hasn't been too much revealed for Switch. A few more Wii U ports. It just seems like they're biding their time. I'm sure there'll be some other stuff coming out. They got the new Yoshi and Kirby coming out pretty soon. And, then we'll see. I mean, there's a certain list of games you expect from Nintendo. I'm hoping for a new Mario Kart, although I don't know. They just put out the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe last year, which just kind of prolonged the life of that game, which was a good game, but I kind of want to see a Mario Kart 9 now, and I want to see some, new Smash Brothers, new, I don't know, the new Metroid Prime games should be amazing, and then we'll see. I'm hoping, if nothing else, that this console sticks around a while, because I did feel kind of burnt by Wii U. I felt like they kind of just backed off of it way too soon, and that's kind of why I had the bad taste in my mouth about Switch, like, oh, you're just switching to another thing now, and it's already kind of similar to Wii U, like, why didn't you just keep Wii U? But, the Switch, hey, for whatever reason it sells, even though it's very similar to the console before it, but whatever, it sells, so hopefully Nintendo will keep it around for at least another few years, and we won't be, going through this whole, like, when is the new Switch coming out, because this one sucks. But, no, seriously, I like the console a lot. I've had a lot of fun with the Mario Odyssey game and everything else that I have for it, but we'll see, so I just wanted to get that out there. Got a Nintendo Switch, enjoying it. If you haven't already, I would check it out.